Hey guys, John the Red Ranger here, and I have Julia here also, and we're here to review the first episode of Power Rangers Dino Charge. Um, so I thought the first episode was really awesome.
I really liked it.
So let's just start with the beginning. Oh,
First of all, the intro is awesome. They really did well. It's probably one of my very favorites actually, and they don't say their names.
Yeah, in the episode, unlike Samurai and Megaforce, where they introduced the characters saying their names through the theme song, people complained about that. I complained about that, and they stopped doing it for this. In the very beginning, we're introduced to an alien ET-like creature named the Keeper. Now, this guy really looks like ET, you know? What I thought was great about him was that unlike creatures, this character actually has his eyes. They could actually blink. So that means
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. That means that the guys who work on it on the season, they actually went back and actually made him blink. Knock out.
No, the Keeper was awesome at first.
Yeah.
He skillfully he tricked the bad guy into thinking that
they did a cliche.
He was dead. First he thought he was dead.
If you're a bad guy or anybody, right, and you're going to show your money or whatever you got to your master or boss, okay, before you give it to him, check what's in the bag, okay? Because they did the regular cliche. So the Keeper took out the energems. He pretends to be dead. He takes out the energems and puts in a bomb, right? So they're like, "Here, boss. Here it is.
Yeah.
Open it up. It's a bomb! Boom,
it's
right?
A trap.
It's a trap! Anyways, so what happens is they destroy the ship, and the meteors that the bounty hunter is carrying. Hi. The bounty hunter loses the meteors, and guess what? The meteors destroy Earth and the dinosaurs. They destroyed the dinosaur age. Because of the Keeper, a good guy single-handedly destroyed most life on Earth.
That was pretty funny.
It was perfect. I was like, wow. And he's supposed to be a good guy?
At first, you're like, Keeper's awesome. He just tricked the bad guys and, taking this bomb to, hit their ship. And then we just realized Keeper destroyed Earth.
Yeah. I think that's kind of illegal,
Maybe.
You may be thinking
it wasn't his intention.
You're still responsible, right?
He's the one that set it up.
It's called manslaughter.
Dinosaur
slaughter. Dino slaughter. Anyway, so we're now in present day, right? So we're introduced to Tyler, the Red Ranger. And he's trying to look for his father. That his father is an archaeologist, right?
Who went missing.
So anyways, right after that, we're also introduced to the Black Ranger, whose name is Chase. He's a playa, trying to chase the girls.
The main thing is that he told jokes that were funny.
I know, not like Super Megaforce, where it's trying to be funny. They were actually funny.
Yeah, he's like, does that, first we should do, also we're introduced to the Pink Ranger.
Yes, and as you guys know, or don't know yet, the Pink Ranger is the very first Black Pink Ranger. Okay, and so far is the only female Ranger on the team. So, yay, we got that out of the way.
Yeah, so also when she meets him, she's like, does that line work on the girls in New Zealand? And he's like, no, it doesn't work on them either.
No.
But yeah, so she's really trying to get on this archaeological dig that they're going on, and she tries to bribe them with this really delicious burger. So he snatches the burger, and she's like, great, so can I go? And he's like eating it. He's like, go where? And it was good.
His only line. Plus, you don't know he's the Blue Ranger yet unless you looked it up. So both Chase and Coda, they're actually guest star Rangers. You don't know if they're going to be Rangers or not.
The only two you saw.
The only two Rangers you will find out are Red and Pink. which is awesome. You're not introduced to the whole team.
It was well, we'll get to that after Nom Nom. Also, like they made a really good joke. Like we were both like we laughed at it. She was trying to speak to the supervisor, whoever that was.
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but if she plays a larger role. But she was speaking to the supervisor, and she's like, "I'm as good as them," and then like it turns to pan at them, and like
so Coda,
yeah,
not Coda,
well,
Chase has a skateboard on it.
trying
They're
to
just
balance-
messing around,
he's
just
balancing
boys
on his
being
head.
boys.
And Koda's licking his fingers and eating the
And burps.
And she's like, they hide it really well. Like they hide their abilities really well. And she's like, you have no idea. It was good. Like
it was funny. I laughed at it. Not because it was just like, oh god, this is why. Why would you? It was actually funny. You have writers actually putting their work into this.
These writers are good.
Yeah.
So far, so really good.
Yeah. So next, we're now introduced to Tyler. He finds the Energem battery, right there. Well, something similar. It's not the battery
it's
yet. It's a crystal. And he finds it in the T-Rex fossil, and then he gets scared off by a caveman, which you find out is going to be the monster of the week.
So he actually found it by not accident, but the monster was scaring him.
No, he didn't find.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he found it by accident.
Yeah, the monster was scared him, and he ran and zigzagged through all sorts of pathways, I think.
Yeah.
And then the monster ran past him, and then he's. What happened? Okay, we're good. Did it stop?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Okay, my computer spazzed. But yeah, so he comes randomly across and he's like, "Oh look, a crystal." Yeah. Crystal. You know, there's a whole dinosaur. Oh, look, a crystal.
Well, hey, if it's shiny and red, I would totally be like, ugh.
Yeah, I would go after the shiny too.
So cute.
It's very nice.
Anyway, so after that, so the bad guy of the week steals this box, which contains another Energem, which so happens to be the pink Energem.
Yeah, the same bad guy.
Yeah. And how did Red get into the box?
Well, it wasn't that Red got into the box. Okay, so Pink.
Oh yeah.
Pink chases after.
Okay.
So, by the way, to get to this archaeological dig site, Pink literally jumped in the back of a moving truck.
She hitchhiked.
She did hitchhike.
Yeah.
It was good. It was cool. And she even had, like, before she did it, she had this devious face, like, I know what I'm gonna do. It was cool.
Yeah.
And so she got on it, and she's still in the back of the truck, hiding until she's trying to say, how do I go out there and tell them that I should now be a part of this dig?
Well, they gotta accept me now because I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That's it. But anyway, so she's in the back of the truck, and the guy steals the package.
Bad guy steals a package which contains the pink Energem. So she chases him and then takes the box away when he's not looking. She does some ninja moves.
He starts firing at her.
Yeah. So he starts firing at her. I'm like, dude, if someone's firing at me, I drop it and be like,
yeah,
all yours. Okay, so perfect. Really so the Red Ranger, like, he does a Batman style, and his backpack a utility belt, right? He pulls out random things. He's like, I'm going to save you. Hang on, a banana? No.
His underwear?
Underwear? No. A shovel.
Finally!
Let's go. And so he deflects the bad guy's bullets.
Like, how is that? And she's like, how is that going to help? And the bad guy fires and it deflects.
And he deflects it. And I'm like, awesome. But then he tries deflecting it a couple more times, right? And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm badass. And then all of a sudden, his shovel
is on fire
and melted. He's like, yeah, I don't have anything else. Your turn. Good luck. Well, so the bad guy fires on them, and they fall down, and the Energems get in front. So they reach out, right? And then they barely touch it.
Like that, and he freezes them.
And then the bad guy freezes them, right? So you actually have death, like the Rangers freeze to death almost.
Well, they're not Rangers yet.
But then so they touch the key, and then the key unfreezes them, and all of a sudden,
Energem.
yeah. Does it turn into a to the morpher?
Yes. Well, yes. The morpher appears in their hands.
Yes.
So like the energy goes through them, and then but not that. It's all covered in like awesome rock dust.
Yeah, it's
thing.
fossilized.
It looks really good.
And then it becomes this after all the rock crumbles away.
Well, they.
They put the.
He's like, it looks like this goes in here.
I think this goes in here, and then crumble, crumble, crumble,
and
then she does the same, and then he. So it turns into this. Anyways,
it doesn't
so in it, right? He accidentally fires near her face.
He just does that, and it fires, and she's like, "Nice shooting."
I'm like,
good.
This is why you never play with guns. You could kill people, even your fellow Rangers.
What I love so much is they don't know how to use it at first. It was perfect.
It was perfect.
I've always complained to him, like, how do they know how to pilot an entire Megazord without ever at all whatsoever seeing a Megazord?
Well, there's a simple explanation for that. Or as Kimberly said, it's like totally second nature to me. Yeah. She said that in the first episode.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
but this time they don't know what's happening. They don't know how to really use it until like they see, check it out. And then of course when they transform, like they shoot.
This T-Rex head and
the
Triceratops head comes out, right? So if you're like me or anybody else,
any normal person,
you're a normal person in the real world, when you see some like ghost like T-Rex or whatever come out of your gun instead of a bullet, you're going to freak out, which they did.
And not only out of the bullet, it's coming towards
you. It shoots out and comes back. And you're like, and so in the episode, they go like, oh my God, run! And they, hide, and then they turn into Power Rangers.
And then I thought that was awesome.
Perfect.
That was good.
If you're given something and it just appears in your hand, you would freak out if something comes at you, right?
And you don't know how it's going to act.
No, you don't know.
Taught about Power Rangers.
You think you're going to die if something's coming at you, right? Out of 10, what would you give it?
Out of 10? I don't know what to compare it to, though, because this is the first one.
Just out of Super Mega Force, the first episode.
Oh. I'd say this is a good 8 or 9.
Like,
because it was good.
I give it a 10.
I say 8 or 9.
I think it was perfect.
It was good.
It was perfect. It wasn't too cheesy where it's dumbed down for kids. It's something for the adults because the adults want their original footage, all American footage, and it was just perfect. The theme song was awesome. It's not the original.
Oh, I love the theme song.
Revamp.
The theme song gets a 10. Just
the
theme song alone gets some kind. I think it like a little bit in the beginning was choppy, just a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It was a little choppy,
but they moved forward.
They did. Once it got to like well, not necessarily present day. Once she got to the dig site, it was good.
Yeah.
But before that, like the whole like.
Well, they were building story.
They were building story, but it just seemed choppy a little. But
yeah.
You can it was good though. Like it did not detract from the.
No.
It didn't detract from anything. I just think that's why I'm justifying my 9. Otherwise, it'd be a 10 because this was a good episode.
I'm the fanboy here. She's.
I'm more critical.
Yeah. If you guys seen it, please comment. Tell us what you think, and be sure to subscribe. If you want us to keep on going on with every single episode, which the next episode's not going to be next week, but 2 weeks after, because we're seeing the episode a week early.
Yeah.
So we have to wait 2 weeks in order to see the second episode.
I want to see it now.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see it now.
So we'll make a new video for that most likely, and yeah. So comment, subscribe, and see you guys later. Adios.